like a referee with a whistle. Back at you again with another episode. Coming at you from my website, lopaze.com. It can be found in the show notes below this video. So like and share this episode, even if you're looking at the playback. So, how to make your first 10,000 online. How to make your first 10,000. I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm going to tell you what people that I've known did to make it happen. And I'm also going to tell you the mistake that a lot of people make when it comes to making the money online. You know, I think most people, including myself, at one point, I came online not just because of the money. I came online because I didn't have enough money to pay my bills at the time. I never could make enough money to pay my bills. And I was working 45, 55 hours a week at the time. And I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. At one point, I'm getting paid every week. And I still couldn't get enough money. I still couldn't make enough money to cover all my bills on my full-time job at the time. So that motivated me to come online. You know, because I tried a little bit of everything before I came online. And some of it worked, some of it didn't. But when I came online, I was into direct sales. I was with this travel company at the time. And I had a lot of success with that travel company. And when I decided to come online, it took off, man. It took off. I went from talking to maybe 10 people a week to like 30 people a week. And most of those people came from people reaching out to me online through emails and stuff like that. So hit that like button. Hit that like button. Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. Hit that like button. So I went from not talking to for 10 people a week, 30 people a week. And most of it came through email. Email. People would watch my videos. I would tell them, hey, if you need help with XYZ, hit the email link that's in the show notes. And that's what they would do. And people would reach out to me that way. I went from 10 people a week to 30 people a week. And that's how it took off. And I recruited over 100 people directly into the direct sales company I was with at the time. 100 people directly. Now, I don't know about, I can't tell you what the people that I recruited, how many people they brought in. I don't know. But I know me personally, I brought in over 100 people. Personally. And then, unfortunately, that company went out of business. And that was all she wrote. I'm like, damn. Good things always has to end at some point. You know? My computer is acting. My computer is making too much noise over here. I guess all good things must end at some point. I guess. You know? But I didn't want it to end. Because that was a good 2-year run at the time. And what I learned at the time, is this. If you want to make money, if you want to make more money, assuming you have a full-time job, it's not a good idea to think about the money. That's a bad idea. That's a mistake that most people made, including me. Don't think about the money. What you should do is think about what you can create or build to bring more money in. That's what you should do. That's how your mind, that should be your mindset. What can you build that people need or want to help them do whatever they want to do, and in exchange for that helping them, they pay you a fee. Oh shit. Excuse me. That's how you should be thinking. What can you build to help people do whatever they need to do better, faster, smarter, etc. And in exchange, you get paid and they get the help they want. Now, I don't know what that is. That's going to be something different for everybody. But at the time, for me, I think a lot of people were searching for some kind of community. People that would support them in whatever they was trying to do or whatever they was doing at the time. Because a lot of people will say they want to make more money, or they join whatever network because they want to make more money. But usually it's much bigger than that. A lot of people want to be a part of something big. They want to be a part of a group, membership, a movement, a support group. And if that support group happens to help them make more money, that's fantastic. That's what I think a lot of people are looking for, even still to this day. The reason why I say that is because back then, there weren't a lot of people making money like that. Some people didn't make no money. But a lot of those people stayed for a long time. And some of them never left until that company went out of business. I know at least 50 people that didn't make $1, but they still stayed around. They still stuck around. They stuck around because of how we made them feel. We made them feel like they were a human. That's the first thing we made. The first thing we did. We made them feel like they were valuable, like they mattered. People wanted that community, you know. And then people bought products. Some people wanted paid for extra help, all that stuff. That's what happened. You know? So a lot of times, don't think about the money so fast. Kind of slow down and be like, kind of ask yourself, hey, what can I do? What can I build? What can I create? Or if I can't do it, maybe somebody else, I can get somebody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a good way to think. That's a good way to look at it. A lot of times, a lot of stuff that I've built, like websites, software, most of that stuff, I needed it. I needed the software to work for me before I even released it to anybody else or even told anybody else about it. I needed the help with the software that I created. I needed the help with the website that I created. First, I needed help with the book that I created. The information in this book is the information that I needed 10 years ago. I needed the information in this book 10 years ago. That's why I put it in the book. So I know if I needed the information that was in this book 10 years ago, there's somebody else that needs it today. That's why I put it in the book. And P.S. and by the way, this book comes out next month, July the 3rd. July the 3rd, next month, on Amazon.com. Next month, July the 3rd, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, anywhere books are sold, basically, next month. Anywhere books are sold, next month. Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, probably BooksAMillion.com, anywhere books are sold. It's going to be available July the 3rd. See, the information in this book, I needed it 10 years ago. So I know there's other people that need it. And that's how most of what I create came about. Because I needed it. I made it for me. I didn't make it for nobody else. I made it for me first. And then over time, a couple months, even a couple years might go by. I'll release it. Just like I did this book. I've been sitting on this book 10 years. And it's finally coming out next month. Not because I was holding back. It's because I didn't really think that I didn't really think people needed it. I wanted it. You know? So, a lot of times it's best to look at it like that. What can I create or build that could help somebody? And as a result, you get paid too. That's how you look at that. That's the best way to look at it. You know? In my opinion, that's the best way to look at it. Really. You know? If you lead with money, if you think about the money first, that's going to interfere with your creativity. And you're going to come off weak, desperate. People are going to pick up on that. And you're going to come off weak. And people will get away from you. People will be able to pick up on your weakness and your desperation. But that's another reason why you shouldn't lead with money. you shouldn't be thinking about money. People pick up on your desperation, and they'll get away from you. They'll be like, "Oh, this person doesn't really care about me. They're just trying to get paid." You know what I'm saying? So when you lead with money, you come off weak. Desperation. You're desperate. That's why you should lead with a helping hand first. Then the money will come. The money will come later. You know what I'm saying? If you lead with money, you might make a little money, but it ain't gonna last. And you're gonna have to start all over again. Like most of us have had to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us had to start over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times before we finally learn our lesson. Hopefully that won't happen to you. Hopefully you take the information in this video, take my recommendations, and go at it the right way. That way it will last longer, and you won't have to keep starting all over again, like I did, and a lot of other people do when they come online. So again, my book is going to be out next month, July the 3rd, which is a Friday. You can go to Amazon right now and pre-order. You can go to Barnes & Noble right now and pre-order. It's in paperback and hardback right now. The Cockroach Marketer. It's gonna be a bestseller. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know. So that's all I got for today. Like, share this episode, and don't forget to subscribe. Tell me what you think below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.